Hello, Maple. I'm so sorry that I couldn't upload a chapter yesterday, only I've had no internet for 36 hours, so I was unable to do anything about that. But it's up and running again now, so we'll make the most of it. Here we are, day 3 on our first week of our summer break. I hope you're enjoying it. And we left Al, he was just about to explain about building a time machine, wasn't he? So let's see. Chapter 52. I was counting on it sounding so crazy, so outlandish, that it would be dismissed as the ravings of a nerdy 12-year-old in the grip of an obsession to prove himself at school, or something like that anyway. There was absolutely no guarantee that it would work. Quite the opposite, in fact. So, let me get this straight, says Steve. He's sitting across the table from Carly, and Mum is standing behind him, squeezing her own hands. I feel a bit sorry for her, actually. I think she thinks I've gone a bit deranged or something. You've been twice to Calvercott in the middle of the night? Once, corrects Carly. I only went once. He went twice. In fact, it's 3 times, but I'm not going to own up to driving Grandpa Byron's moped if I don't have to. Yes, I have been twice to Calvercott. It's tricky playing a bit dafty. I have to be careful not to overdo it. Mum's eyebrows wrinkle in the way they do when she's upset or worried, and I tone it down a little bit. And you stole, what, a laptop and a garden tub? I didn't steal them, they belonged to Dad. I've just taken back what belongs to us. Pet. Mum sits down at the table and reaches across the table to take my hand, and she's shaking her head. Whatever that stuff was doing down there, it doesn't belong to us now. Nothing in that house does. And you cannot go breaking into places to get things that don't even belong to you, Al. It all goes back tomorrow, says Steve flatly. But it's my time machine, I wail. If you get all the coordinates right, the computer does the calculations to effect a space-time warp on anything in the immediate sphere of the garden tub. Honestly, it does. How brilliant. I'm telling the whole truth, and yet everyone, with the possible exception of Carly, who of course has already heard all of this, and what with being a goth, well, she may just half believe it, everyone thinks I'm making it up. But so long as the stuff goes back tomorrow, I'll be fine, because I only need to make one more journey. I'm feeling so confident that my performance has worked that I end up over-egging it a bit by rolling my eyes and saying, yeah. Too soon. Tomorrow, says Mum. You're kidding, Steve. It's going back tonight. Right now, in fact. And she stands up. Come on, Al, you can help me down with that flipping tub. How the dickens you got it up there in the first place without me hearing, I have no idea. And you're both coming with me to apologise to Graham and Bella. You'll be lucky if they don't press charges. I go round the table and put my arms around Mum, and she does hug me back. I'm sorry, Mum, I say, and I really am. I can tell she's unhappy, but I'm going to make her happy again when I save Dad. Just for good measure, I give her an extra squeeze and say, I love you, Mum. As it turns out, I'm really glad I did that, because of what's going to happen next. I give Mum a last squeeze and then run up to my room as fast as I can. I'm in my room before she's even stepped away from the table, and by the time she's at my bedroom door, I've pulled the bed in front of it, which makes it a very effective barricade. Ow! Ow! She's pounding on the door, furious and worried, and soon she's joined by Steve, who adds, You're only making it worse, son. Worse? How can it be worse? I've now jammed my chair in between the end of the bed and the wall, and there is no way at all that anyone can get in. If I can block the noise of banging at the door from my head, then I can get on with the task that I feel I've been waiting my whole life to complete. The main rig up is easy. The wires go here, the cable goes here, and that fixes to there, so plugging it in, switching it on. Ow, ow, open up this door, son. But I can hardly hear Steve because I'm watching the program load up again, listening to the hard disk's soft metallic swish and feeling the laptop getting sweaty in my hands. The numbers stop scrolling past and there's just the blank box, the cursor kind of winking at me, waiting for me to input the string of letters from the top of the black box and the digits that correspond to the exact time and place I need to be. I'm playing it safe. I know the coordinates to the nuclear bunker off by heart. As for the date, I input 1 day later exactly from when I was last in 1984, which seems ages ago, but was actually only last night. And I have to smile to myself, despite the kerfuffle going on outside, and despite the sound of Grandpa Byron's moped sputtering up the path, because that, as Albert Einstein so rightly pointed out, is relativity. I'm still nervous about the self-rigged time machine. Ow, come out, your grandpa's here. Now that does make me feel bad, because out of anyone on earth, Grandpa Byron's the only one who understands what I'm doing, and he's going to be so disappointed in me. Still, I continue to ignore Mum and pluck Alan Shearer from his cage, putting him in the tub with a large chunk of walnut, which he is quite content to sit with, and try to cram it into his little face. Right, me next. I hear something thump against the window outside, but I'm far too busy to care. This time I'm better prepared, frantically shoving things into my school bag. My phone charger, out of habit, a handful of food for Alan Shearer, a toothbrush from next to the sink in my room, the framed picture of me, Mum and Dad that was taken on the day he died, a packet of chewing gum, an apple I've been meaning to eat for ages but which has just been sitting on my desk, a spare jumper. I don't know why, it's just the sort of thing you're supposed to pack. Mum would be pleased. And that's it. No, wait. Lastly, my dad's letters. And then I'm in the tub, clutching my school bag and the laptop and the hand grips, and I press enter. As I do, and as my vision goes a little bit wobbly, I see Grandpa Byron's face in my bedroom window. He has got a ladder from the builders next door and put it up outside, and the last thing I see before the mist clears is his smooth old brown face, contorted in fear and sadness, his mouth a big "oh" as he sees his only grandson disappear before his very eyes. I can't bear to see him like this, and I shout out, "Grandpa Byron! Grandpa Byron!" and I step out of the tub to go to him at the window. But I'm too late. The blur straightens out and my feet touch the ground of the nuclear bunker in 1984. Wow, so he's told them. He's now gone off on a time travel again. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope my internet stays going. I really hope you're enjoying the first week of your holidays. And I will speak to you again tomorrow. Okay, have a lovely evening, Maple. Bye. Bye.